And right now, let's talk about the trump cards that Ukraine currently holds. They have more than a dozen sunken Russian ships to their credit. And of course, the well-known attacks on the Crimean bridge. We're talking about the legendary Sea Baby naval drones of the Security Service of Ukraine, which can destroy targets at sea, in the air, and now even on land. Because we've created not just drones, but an intelligent system for waging war with iron robots. They were shown to journalists right in the midst of Ukraine's international negotiations. TSN Tizden correspondent Oksana Radionova assessed which cards we can now lay on the table.
That's them, acting boldly. They destroyed 11 Russian ships in the Black Sea. Some they rammed, others they blew up remotely. These Ukrainian drones attacked the Crimean city in kamikaze mode and were even involved in an underwater detonation. These are the Sea Baby maritime babies of the Security Service of Ukraine. And now they have matured significantly and created an entirely new type of warfare at sea. Behind me you can see the legendary Sea Baby naval drones. These are next-generation drones. One is equipped with Grad rockets and the other with machine guns. There's a lot of talk about them, but this is the first time we're getting this close to these drones. The first time? This workhorse with a turret has already seen real combat. Its remotely controlled machine gun is ready to destroy the enemy from 2,000 meters away. And it has intelligence.
It is equipped with a powerful gyro-stabilized machine gun turret system that features a target acquisition system. Target recognition, elements of artificial intelligence, friend or foe identification, so we don't shoot down our own drone. It is equipped with very interesting inertial systems that are completely unaffected by Russian electronic warfare. Let me put it that way.
I think that's fine. This is General Hunter. He has turned the page on traditional kamikaze tactics and moved on to a new strategy, a swarm, where each drone has its own function, but they all share a single goal.
Each one carries out its own specific mission. One keeps watch for helicopters, another for airplanes, another conducts reconnaissance, and another forms the order in which we advance.
Last winter, these images were featured in media outlets around the world. This is the first sea drone equipped with a machine gun. It engaged in battle with Russian helicopters, airplanes, and boats that tried to intercept our sea drones. But most importantly, the mission didn't end there. Drones carrying a ton of explosives move out from the pack, and that's not all the surprises. Sea Baby is capable of functioning as an unmanned aircraft carrier. These containers on board can house UAVs. If necessary, they will engage the enemy at a distance of more than 15 kilometers from the vessel. The idea to create destroyers of surface drones based on unmanned platforms was initiated a year ago by the head of the Security Service, and the modernization doesn't stop. The Grad multiple launch rocket system on water. This is what the new generation of the legendary Sea Baby maritime drones looks like. This solution is the first unmanned maritime multiple launch rocket system. People started talking about it last spring after the drones successfully struck Russian positions on the Kinburn Spit. But this is the first time TCH Weekly is showing this platform up close.
At the moment, this is the only heavy weapon that Ukraine can use from the sea.
The maritime drone is equipped with a dozen launch tubes for 122mm Grad rockets. It's the perfect solution for striking port infrastructure or offshore oil terminals. Like the drone gunner, this rocket-carrying robot has already carried out missions in the Black Sea.
To fire 10 Grad rockets from a distance of 25 to 30 kilometers into a 500 by 500 meter area. There are absolutely no problems for us. The 10 Grad rockets that hit there shred everything in the area with shrapnel. There is a special ballistic system here that allows this drone to reach the designated area, raise the launcher to the required angle, perform all ballistic calculations, and fire a salvo precisely into the area where the targets we need to destroy are located.
The Grads are not afraid of enemy electronic warfare systems. From launch to target, it takes only a few seconds. And the unique thing is that there is a special system here that allows you to strike the target even during rough seas.
A powerful gyroscopic stabilization system for the entire platform. The hull allows us to disregard the weather conditions that the Black Sea throws at us.
And now, the main secret of the technology. It can't be seen on camera, and the enemy can't capture it in any way. The only thing we know is that all of this is located right here. Where are we now?
This is our mobile control station. From here, we have full control over our drones. We can move to any location. We're not tied to the station at all. And another practice we use is that we can control and carry out a mission while on the move, Eugene. And the actual work is done right on the move.
Just a year and a half ago, this kind of thing seemed like science fiction. If at the start of the war we were proud of kamikaze drones, now we're talking about versatility. Special forces robots that can be adapted depending on the mission at hand. Controlling the skies with our own air defense, destroying targets with machine guns, conducting reconnaissance deep behind enemy lines, launching our own unmanned aircraft and striking industrial facilities far from the shore with rocket systems. And all this is happening thousands of kilometers away from Ukraine. At the same time, the kamikaze option hasn't been ruled out.
We don't even position them as kamikaze. These are multifunctional and reusable boats that are designed to go out on missions and then return home, carrying a variety of different payloads such as turrets, specialized tools, and other important equipment.
The shape and size of the hull have changed. If the first ones resembled Cossack Chaikas, now these are innovative platforms that can reach up to 9 meters in length. And besides the already mentioned MLRs and machine guns, the Sea Babies are also capable of mining the waters of the Black Sea. And they do so successfully.
Pavel Derzhavin is blown up and a rescue mission is launched for him. The Nikolai Muru tugboat, a huge military tug, is sent. The tugboat is blown up and then a hydrographic vessel comes out. Ivan Kozitsky. What is a hydrographic ship? It's a Russian reconnaissance ship, an anti-mine vessel. Its task is specifically to search for mines. It also found its own mine with a blown-out stern. It too, until the end of the war, is just sitting there somewhere, tied up by the quay wall.
The latest attack on the Crimean bridge also didn't happen without these upgraded drones.
Over 30% of the supports located underwater are either destroyed or severely damaged. The Russians just stupidly dumped soil onto the bottom. In that area, they used screenings, crushed stone and other materials, hoping that this cushion, this platform, would keep the bridge from collapsing for as long as possible.
Ukraine managed to turn the situation in the Black Sea to its advantage without having its own fleet. You've heard this phrase more than once. But that's only half the truth. The other half is that we won the battle of technologies. What Ukraine possesses now is not just shootouts on the water. This is the pinnacle of military strategies in a new kind of war. And the most valuable thing is that here we're not just theorists.
An intelligent battle management system. This is what SIP and the security service
of Ukraine are about. Oleksandr Shian and Ihor Kalinyuk, TSN Week 1+1 Marathon. United News.
Ukrainian defenders repelled 124 enemy assaults over the past day, with Pokrovsk coming under especially heavy fire. The enemy targeted with missiles from both land and air. In particular, just from the air, they dropped more than 200 aerial bombs along the entire front line in a single day. The enemy army launched 6,000 drones and shelled Ukrainian positions more than 4,000 times. And the most relentless, according to the General Staff reports, is their shelling on the Pokrovsk sector. There, up to 40 battles take place in a single day. And all of them, our defenders repel up to 20 assaults daily, also in the Kostiantynivka, Oleksandrivka and northern Slobozhansky directions. The occupiers are trying to push forward in the north of Donetsk region, in the areas of Huliaipol, Kramatorsk and Kupiansk, practically everywhere. However, the defense forces are not only holding back the offensive, but are also pushing the enemy back with tactical strikes in their rear. In the past few hours, they have struck 8 areas where Russian troops, their weapons, equipment and artillery systems are stationed.